Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Been a long time since we've made any videos or any reviews on anything, and I thought I'd do one today. It's sitting here drizzling rain of the brands of guns and what I like best and what I found out to be the best handling rifle. And I'm not talking about shooting, because every gun I'm going to mention brand shoots well, very well. I'm just talking about handling what I personally like the best myself. Well, I'm 42, and probably 25 years of my life I was 100% die hard, no way, no out Remington 700 man. First rifle I ever owned was a 700 Remington 30-06. I took more than 30 deer with the gun, and my nephew asked me for it when he was 4 years old. I told him when he become 18 I would sell it to him or let him have it. And I kept my word, and I did. Then I went to a 25-06, hunted with it for a few years, took about 10 deer with it without any issues other than hitting limbs and having the bullets blow up. That's kind of why I got away from it, but it's a really good deer gun with a 120 grain bullet. Watch out, kitty cat, you're gonna knock the camera off. But and it was a 700 Remington. And I hunted a little bit with a 243 and an Encore, and I bled took one deer with it. And I didn't care much about the single shot. They are handy, they handle good in the woods, especially hunting off the ground. And I kind of wished I had an Encore back now, sitting on the ground as much as I do. But I'm not gonna get into what's the best caliber. Any caliber is good. It's 26 and above, or 25 and above if you make a good accurate shot, or 24, or 243, or 6mm is good around as long as you make a good accurate shot. I don't like the 25s and 24s and 26s to do with brush, but rather have a 270 or 30 caliber. If you watch my videos, I'm a 270 short man, a short mag fan, and a 300 short mag fan. And I've debated both of them 100 times with people, and I still would recommend the 270 over the 300. But okay, that ain't what we're talking about. I'm gonna talk about the four. Let's see, me and one talk about here. Now I ain't never run one of these off-brand stuff, so I'm gonna talk about the four main ones that's out there. Savage, and that I own and shot a lot and know a lot about. Savage, Accu-Triggers, Rugers. Now I don't know nothing about the American rifles or nothing like that. I always owned the Mark IIs and stuff like that. Ruger and Remington, and let me see, and Browning. Them four right there is all I'm gonna talk about. Four, and that's kind of got the market cornered on hunting rifles, on high quality hunting rifles, which I never did. I always used the Remington. Like I said, I never did. I owned a lot of Rugers, I owned a lot of Savage, but I never would hunt with them. A lot of 22, 250, 223s. I've owned several different ones and several different calibers, 7mm, 08s, and you name it. Well, I still own several different calibers. And but anyway, I like the Browning A-Bolt, and I guess the X-Bolt would be the same thing. It's the newer version. I come up with this rifle in Florida in 2018, I think it was. And it's a 300 short mag. Of course, it's one, if you watch my doe video, they killed the doe the other day with, and it's one I made the videos the deer I killed last year with. I've killed now, let's see, 2 last year, 4 deer with it. And we're not going to talk about the caliber. I mean, everybody knows what a 300 short mag do, but I will recommend one thing. You want to shoot a 300 short mag, shoot a heavier bullet than 150 grain. Definitely, or a 30-06. At least shoot a 165, nothing any less. And the reason I like this rifle is, and I would rate it over Remington, Ruger, or Savage, and it's nothing to do with accuracy, because every one I mentioned is just as accurate as this gun, and it's just as dependable. It's just the way it feels, and the recoil. Now, I've only shot 2 Browning rifles in my life, and that's this 300 short mag, and the weight, they're very light. And this gun is extremely light. It probably weighs 2 pounds less than the Rugers or the Savage or the Remingtons, in the same thing. Which it hardly ain't got. It's just got a 22-inch barrel where I'm shooting a 24 in the Magnum rifles on the Remington. This gun is super light, shoulder's good. The action on it is extremely tight and it's smooth. If you watch that video where I worked that shell out the other morning, it's just as smooth as you can ask for. I like this in here. It's got the box, attached box magazine. And I don't know, I just like the feel of them. The trigger, it's okay. I mean, the Savage and Remington, the trigger wise, they all got it. It just depends how you got it adjusted. Let me just go from more terrain. I just like the feel of the Brown and A-bolt or the X-bolt. I ain't never handled the X-bolt. I think they took the place of the Brown A-bolt. It just handles good. It's short. It's easy to scope. And the recoil. The recoil is minimum on this gun. If you go back and watch that Doe video, you'll notice this gun didn't jump much when I shot her because the Camry was mounted right here on top of the scope. And you didn't see the gun go up or nothing. It just boom, you know. And the other round I ever shot, it's pouring rain here, duck it down. The other Brown I ever shot was, and I fell in love with it back at the time, I just couldn't afford to buy me one, was a 7mm 08 that my cousin had, and a 300, and a 7mm 08 in a Brown A-bolt, and we shot it, and it didn't even recoil at all, and I just fell in love with that gun. And I said if I ever got a chance, I'd own an A-bolt. And I got a chance to this in Florida at a really good deal. I picked this gun up under $400. I think it's like $350. Just the gun. I slapped the Weaver scope on it and some good mounts, and I love it. I'm gonna use my 270 in the morning hunt with. I love it. I love it. I love the gun. If I was buying a brand new one today, it'd be a Brown A-bolt or X-bolt. I'd go ahead and spend the extra money if it's me. Like I say, I'll probably never buy no more guns, but the 270 300 do me as long as I hunt. And I've got a 7mm 08, you know, 243, 25-06, and 280 Remington. And what else I got? Oh, 300 rim mag, or 300 Remington Ultra mag, but I don't never shoot in it because I gift. It's just too much of a gun for me, and it's in a Remington. But everything else I got in Remington 700s and Rugers. Now Ruger got a real good shooting gun. Now I like a Ruger in like a 22-250 light barrel. Seems like they shoot the best in the light barrel. I don't like the Remington 22-250 in the Remington 700s that well, and that's just me. In a 22-250 or 223, I'd rather have the Ruger. I never did hunt with a Ruger. I just don't like their safety, and I just don't like them for hunting gun. And a lot of people agree with me on Remington. It's the simple fact that they work so easy out in the woods to hunt, and you don't have to have the safety on. You can have the safety off to work the boat or on. This here on the Browning, it's got to be on forward to work the boat. But yeah, guys, if you got the money or if you run across one you use, you're looking for a good, I don't guess you call it a high-end gun, but we'll say mid-range gun. Brown A-bolt is my favorite. They're not the prettiest out there in the world, but the Ruger definitely got, and the Remington probably got it beat on looks, but as far as accuracy, they're just as good as anything you're going to shoot. And yeah, Brown A-bolt, man, I've only owned one. It's a 300 short mag, but if I had to do over, I got one years ago. I started hunting with it, but it's kind of hard to get around here. They were so high, and if you notice, a lot of Walmarts and stuff didn't carry them back years ago, and I just didn't want to put that much money in a deer rifle when I could get a 700 Remington and do the same thing, which, you know, this gun right here, it shoots awesome for its group. But after I got it and got home with it, and got it back up here in Kentucky, because we lived in Florida at the time, and got this scope on it, got it out there, I kind of flinched from it at the time, and I'm like, I don't even believe it kicks hard as my 270 does. And I got shooting it out there 100 yards. We was grouping about like that with them Nosler tips, and them, I've only got Nosler tips and them Federal Fusion. And I'll retract a lot of my comments on them Federal Fusion. They may not be a bad bullet if you went to 180 grain. I believe it's just 150 because that doe the other day I shot with that Nosler tip. I never had, it didn't even pass through her. It just went, but just busted one shoulder as it. It killed the deer, as you can see. But I think these 300s, you're gonna have to go with a heavier bullet than I am. But I've got a lot of 150 grain rounds for it. And high shells aren't anymore. I just hate to buy another box, but I'm probably gonna go with the new Hornady out, 168 grain or 165, what are they got out now. But yeah, guys, overall boat work, how far the boat comes up, it's short, it's tight. I would recommend the A boat. It's my favorite, and I only got one of them. The rest of them Remington Rugers. Savage makes a good gun too. I just don't like the feel of a Savage, period. They shoot good, but I don't like the feel of them. I don't own no more Savages. I used to did, but they're not my cake. They are tack drivers, but I just Rugers, Remingtons, and Brown. I ain't ever shot the American, that new Ruger American rifle or the cheap 710 Remington or nothing like that. That's just too cheap. Them 710's junk. I know that for a fact. And but yeah, go out to the hardware store, or gun store, whatever you see. Want a good feeling rifle that don't recoil too bad, a Brown A boat if you can find one. Alright guys, I'm gonna jump off here and get ready to deer hunt in the morning, and maybe bring you another buck kill on camera if we can get lucky enough to. Be hunting with the 270 in the morning, then I'm gonna jump back and start hunting this 300 again. We hunting in very steep country, and a little rough to get a deer out. But anyway, season ain't been going too good, but we still got a week left, so maybe to pick up. But yeah, I'd recommend the Brown A boat over any rifle out there. Like, I ain't shot nothing but that's in the four, the Savage, Ruger, Remington, Browning. That's the only four I can judge about, because that's the four I've handled. And the A boat takes the cake for me. It's just because it feels so good, and the recoil of it stuff. Nothing to do with the trigger, nothing to do with accuracy. It's just the way it feels and stuff. I just like it. But guys, I thank for all of our new subscribers. I know we've been picking up a lot here lately, and I ain't made no review videos in a long time. And that's just one I thought I'd make, sitting in there. I've been able to do it for a few days and I ain't got to. But guys, as always, thanks for watching, and maybe we'll catch you in the woods next time.